20-year-old Jude Bellingham, who has stepped into this role for Real Madrid. And I remember we were having a conversation about Jude Bellingham when he was first signed by Real Madrid. Is he going to play? Is he going to play? Are you kidding me? Are you joking? He is the start of this team right now. Now, this group, if they're going to achieve the things that they want to achieve, they need more consistent, better performances from everybody else. But in terms of what Jude Bellingham is doing, he's been asked to have this role where he plays in the midfield but joins in the attack, and not only joining in the attack, but now, because of the absence of Benzema and the absence of Vini Jr., where are the goals going to come from? Hey, you know what? Jude, it's got to be you that's got to step in here and score the goals. And what we have seen from him is that he is not afraid of the moment, not afraid of the challenge. So many times we see big-name players that come to Real Madrid and are unable to live up to the expectation. In Hazard, for example. That's the latest of many over the course of the history of Real Madrid that are unable to deliver on the promise. This guy, I think, is doing better than anybody would have expected and has taken this role to a new level, to the point to where it has given Carlo Ancelotti the flexibility to change the team so that it features him as an attacking player. He has been outstanding.
An absolute bright light so far, Luis, for Real Madrid. And you wonder what the reaction's been as well in Madrid to this. Just hearing the figures today, scoring 4 goals in 3 games. Last player to do that, Cristiano Ronaldo, starting out for Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's not a bad name. And again, it's really, we couldn't expect. We knew that when he arrived, the press conference, he showed so much composure, so much confidence on himself. But you have to go on the field and prove it and show it. And I've done an amazing job doing that. Being the leader in the middle of the park today, when he was dropping down so much, I think, in my opinion, because the ball were not arriving the first 45 minutes. But once the ball starting with Kroos, with Modric, with Tchouaméni trying to bring that ball to the last third, he can move all around. If you can see in the goal, yesterday comes from a flick from Joselu, but he makes the first step forward. He's not ball watching. He's not waiting to see what happened with that ball. He's already moving. He's doing a pro-action just before the Joselu is touching the ball. That's why he arrived earlier to the ball and allow himself to get in front of the defender. Those kind of actions are the ones who are making him different of the rest of midfielders. He's not waiting to see what happened or watching the ball, where is he going to go. He's going and moving towards the ball to see if the ball is going to be in that place. That awareness is making him so different, so special. And inside the box right now, yeah, he's looking like a number 9. He's still, I think he's a fantastic playmaker that is going to give to Real Madrid maybe what they need at the moment. Someone who rely on, someone who needs to bring this Real Madrid to the next level.
You're pretty critical of the physios today when Vini Jr. got injured, but it's not a good sign for Real Madrid if that is a bad injury for Vini.
Well, clearly, yeah, because he is a hugely important player, and they try to play this slightly different system, which they changed in the second half. He wasn't around, but they put Rodrigo on the left and Hosler through the middle on his own with Bellingham behind. But he will play his part of fit, probably alongside Rodrigo. And when you have a player who's as important, but not only that, relies on his pace and his speed, as Vinicius Jr., and he goes in this amazing solo run and quite clearly tells the medical staff that he has a problem. And their answer to that is to take him to the side and put tape around a hamstring and send him back out. I honestly, I wouldn't expect to see that in an amateur game on a Sunday morning with all the guys playing from down the pub. Because when a hamstring goes or a muscle goes, you send him back on, which they did, he then came off. Now, we don't know how bad it is, but if they sent him back on and he went in a full-out sprint and that hamstring, if it is a hamstring, goes, that's 2 to 3 months. It's 2 to 3 months without your most important player. So they may have got away with it to a certain extent because it didn't look too bad when he come off. I don't want to speculate. But that could have been a heck of a lot worse. To send a player back out with a bit of tape around a muscular injury, what are we, in the 1970s? Just crazy.
And to your point, we're talking about the 3rd game of the season.
Yeah.
We're not talking about, hey, this is Champions League final, look, just leave him out there and see what he's got available and see what he can give us. Well, let's take a chance with him because this is a season-defining moment. No. This is very early on in the year, and so it's an irresponsible decision by Real Madrid, or the medical staff for that matter. Now, if you're the coaches and the medical staff, which we saw on the screen, the medical staff is pointing at Ancelotti and saying, hey, he's good. Not good. Obviously not good. He's already told you he's pulled his hamstring. He's got to be kept off the field. Was not, and in fact, re-aggravates it when he actually turns and tries to go on yet another sprint as the ball was played over the top to Fran Garcia, who was making a run in behind. And he then, at that point, stopped and said, I can't go any longer. Should not have been on the field. Maybe this extends the period of time that he's off.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.